Hey everybody! So in this video, we are going to talk about what a lot of people call an original in a DID system, and what that really means. Now, for a lot of people, when they hear the word original, it means to them the person who originally experienced the trauma that caused the first split, or the quote-unquote real person. Now, the second definition is incorrect. Everyone, and I mean everyone, in a DID system is an equal system member. Whether they're a fragment or a fully realized system member, they are all valid and all real. And every single one of us is an alter. Okay? We're not one person who's real and a bunch of other people who are just alternate personalities. No. We're all the same. We all split apart from what was at one time going to be a singular consciousness. Children don't have an integrated sense of self, so instead of those parts of the sense of self integrating into one individual person, they were split off and became their own people. So I am an alter, quote unquote, just like everyone else is. Being the host doesn't make me somehow different. Now, back to the concept of originals. For us, we do have a person that we define as an original. And what we mean when we use that term is the person who carries the original trauma. They carry the memories of the original trauma that caused the split for the very first time that created the DID in us. This is a very traumatized child who suffers from a consistent state of psychotic break because this child could not handle the intensity and severity of the traumatic situation. I have some memory of that situation because that is when I came to exist in our system, but I don't have the memory of the trauma itself. I have the memories of the beginning of the trauma, but none of the middle of it, none of what happened thereafter. This system member, who is a girl, she carries all of those memories. And she's protected by another group of system members whose job it is to hold all of our worst memories. So we really don't have the ability to access her and speak with her because at this time, those other members of our system do not feel that it is safe for us to do so, and so they won't allow it. But the concept of an original is one that is very highly debated because not every system has what could be considered an original. And if you do or if you don't, that's perfectly valid. There is no one right way to have DID or experience it. It's different for everyone, and that's okay. For us, like I said, we define our original as the person who carries that first traumatic memory. And as I said before, there is no real person. We're all real people. So the idea that an original is the real person in the body is false. And if anybody ever comes at it from that angle, they are 100% mistaken. And a lot of people also assume I, as the host, am the real person. But as I said, we're all equally alters in this system. I'm not more real or less real than anyone else in this system, and the same goes for all of them. But originals can be difficult to define because it is going to mean different things to different systems. For some system members, it'll mean the person who looks most like the body. For other systems, it'll mean the person who maintains the most accurate depiction of what they were like at the original age of the split. I mean, it can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people, and it's a very complicated subject. But what I'm hoping to convey with this video is that an original is not better than any other member of the system, and it's okay not to have one. An original is just one possible system member that exists in any kind of system. There is no right way for a system to be. Whether you have an original or not, you are equally valid. And our original carries a lot of very severe trauma. And because of that, she's just not able to be functional out here. And it'll probably take a very long time and a lot more therapy to get to a point where we can even talk to her. And I know a lot of you are probably thinking, well, why is your original a girl when you're a guy? Well, as far as we can gather, the different genders of different system members is just because of the mind saying, this was what we needed, this is what's gonna make this all be okay. And because of the nature of the trauma, that likely has a lot to do with it as well. Because we did suffer an extensive amount of sexually based trauma. And we're not going to go into intense nitty-gritty details about that, but we will talk a bit more about some of that in another video. So I hope that you've learned a little bit more about what an original is and what that term means, and how it can be defined differently from system to system. And I hope all of our subscribers and commenters know how much we appreciate all of you and how much it means to us that you continue to support us. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Have a good day, everybody.